fact that this guy has an EMP every 2 seconds is not filling me with joy. Hi guys, it's Bubbles. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I've got some plans for some playthrough stuff I want to do. But I'm well aware that you YouTube people are still waiting for my verdict on the Singularity. And even if you've been watching me on Twitch and stuff, you're probably wondering, what do I think of him? Is he worth buying? Is he worth playing? Is it worth getting back into the game if you've taken a break from it? The problem is the answer to that question is more complicated than a yes or no. The things you need to know about the chapter are this. The Survivor looks really, really cool. His perks are all good. One of them's overpowered, and I'd like to see some changes come with that. But in general, he doesn't have a bad perk about him. And if they keep leading into the very futuristic customization ideas for him, perfect. Gabriel is going to be an excellent addition to the Survivor lot. And yeah, no problems with them whatsoever. Same goes with the map. I have noticed recently a theme where everyone just complains about every map that gets released. I don't think that's me. I genuinely think Toba's Landing is actually quite fun. I don't have any issues with Toba's Landing. I think that it is a map that we need to do a little bit more testing with some of the loops. But as far as the foliage goes and the main building itself, it is not a it's not a map that is unplayable. It's a map that's going to lead into the strengths of different killers that might not do so well on your open auto-haven maps or your... But it also doesn't necessarily restrict people. Like, Billy can still get around the place, unlike on Larry's. I don't know, it is a map that will need some tweaks. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot of fun, aesthetically pleasing. Adds to the lore of Dead by Daylight a little bit more. I'm a big fan. I think Toba's Landing will be a great addition. But the Singularity is the one that everyone's talking about. And I want to break down the good, the bad, and whether or not he's worth it. Because you got to bear in mind that our boy Hux is the new killer. He is the star attraction. People are looking at him to decide, do I want to come back to Dead by Daylight? Do I want to skip this chapter? People have been struggling to rank him and figure out where he fits in the grand scheme of Dead by Daylight. And I kind of want to break down why. And I promise you, if you stick around for the whole video, we're going to go into a game after that. So, Singularity is the new killer in Dead by Daylight, and he works by having these biopods. Now, he has like a hand cannon that he can use to shoot out these biopods, and they can go anywhere that there's kind of a vertical surface. And you can shoot these biopods, I believe you get up to 8 by default, plus 2 if you run a brown add-on. And they work like cameras. They have full view as far as the biopod can see. So if you stick it on a wall, obviously it's not going to go behind the wall, but you pretty much get full rotation around that area. And if you see a survivor, it will track them. If it can track them for a few seconds, it will shoot a little slipstream thing at them. While they're slipstreamed, if they get scanned again, or you shoot your cannon at them directly, you will be teleported right behind them, and you'll get this thing called... What's it called? Overclock. Sorry. You'll get this thing called overclock. Where you basically, if you get stunned, you'll break the pallet immediately. If you break a pallet, it will break super fast. If you fall a window, that will happen super fast. It's basically like a super duper mode, and it will only last for a few seconds, but it should be enough to hopefully help mitigate whatever loop the survivor gets to. Now, this is all well and good, and everyone would be like, oh yeah, well then, what's the problem? Well, he's got a couple of core problems. problems, and I'll address the first one, which is the EMPs, and this is the easy one to solve. The EMPs are due to get another hotfix, actually, and so I won't dwell on them too much, but the EMPs were the main problem in the PTB, and they definitely were one of the bigger problems when he came to live. EMPs allow survivors to disable the biopods, so like you can still get the camera functionality, but they can't scan people, and more importantly, it also takes away the slipstream stuff on the survivor, which means that there's no teleporting to them. And this would be a fine counter if it wasn't so unbelievably prevalent, and that is the core problem with Singularity in its current state. Unfortunately, EMPs are too widespread, they're too easy to get, you can pick them up in chase, or you can use one while your friend's in chase, which means that coordinated survivors are just going to absolutely wreck any Singularity. But here's the thing, there's a hotfix coming. It's going to add a slowdown while you're using the EMPs and add more of a pickup animation, meaning you can't pick it up during chase. And it will reduce the prevalence of them a little bit. I feel like that's going to cover the main issues regarding Singularity's EMP problem. However, he's got a deeper problem, a problem I would argue is worse than the EMP problem, and it comes with map dependency. I saw Scott John made a video on this recently, and it's funny because he said the exact words I said on stream. This is the most map dependent killer in the game. His biopods work in that you've got to stop and physically look at them. Like if you're playing Siege and you're going on camps, you leave yourself completely vulnerable, you're not dealing with any of your enemies, and in the meanwhile, you need to have enough line of sight on somebody with those biopods to scan them. The issue is that there are some maps where you can shoot a camera up to the top of a very dead tree and get almost like half the map view. He can see over objects, he can scan people very, very easily, and in those maps he is going to do really, really well. And that is where some people that you see on Reddit, some people you see on YouTube, some people you see on Twitch are saying that he is an A tier killer, maybe low A tier. But on the flip side, I have played Larry's. I have played the game, I've played Midwich. Unfortunately, my RNG when I got on day one of the Singularity was not great, and I always do this challenge where I try and do the Adept on day one. It was absolute hell. If you look in the clip that I'm hoping will be edited onto the screen, you can see that on maps like Larry's, the line of sight is abysmal, and you got to bear in mind that you got to have a few seconds of perfect line of sight on somebody in order to scan them, in order to tag them, and bearing in mind that they're going to get rid of a lot of tags quite easily because the EMPs are not hard to use. And I don't hate the fact that the EMPs are easy to use, but it creates a massive issue when suddenly we have a killer who's going to absolutely struggle to get scans. Every time he shoots out a camera and tries to get a scan on somebody, it'll be easy to just move loop and there'll be literally no line of sight. Apart from some very specific corridors, and if you get super lucky, you may be able to get somebody in the main room with one. It's not bad design. Not on the parts of the maps, not on the parts of the killer. But the problem is that they don't work well together, and that makes Singularity a killer who physically... I don't know, he's not capable of handling himself on some maps. And it means that your build has to assume the absolute worst. You have to assume you're basically not going to play without a power. Because if you get a map like that, you're not playing with a power. Alternatively, you might gear up for an absolute war and you may get Azerovs. And all of a sudden, that's a completely different ballgame. And you'll be over-prepared and you might even steamroll the opponents. Unfortunately, Singularity is a killer who... He may be the first killer in the game that I actually think needs a map offering. brought almost every single game, or else he's fucked. Unfortunately, as it is right now, Singularity is only a kill I'd recommend if you are a Dead by Daylight player looking to challenge yourself. And that's a little bit disappointing, because this is a game that's I like to play casually. I like to have fun with it sometimes. I don't always want to be having to sweat my butthole out. But Singularity leaves a lot of that up to chance, and there's a chance that you're just not going to have a fun match. You're not going to have a match you feel like you can win, especially at a higher ranking, which obviously isn't always something you can control. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. I have been going apparently for almost 20 minutes. I will promise I will cut this down, but I'm going to leave you guys with a match of Singularity. One that is actually on a reasonably decent map. But yeah, I'm going to leave you with that match. Thank you everyone for watching. Sorry if I sound really monotone and down and stuff. I promise that there will be anniversary event stuff going on. That should be so much more uplifting. As well as a playthrough coming soon. So stay tuned for all that. Please like and sub. And yeah, on with the match. Yeah, Hawkins would have been a weak one for him, I think. Just the way the corridors worked. There would have been a couple of straightaways, but survivors could learn very quickly how to avoid those. Anyway, this map's a little bit more favorable towards us. So, you know, we'll see what we can do. Hang on, what? Sorry, I realized that... Sugar. Alright, there we go. I do have a level of disorientation when I play a lot of these maps. Okay. I'm beginning to think Corrupt Intervention isn't the one for me. I was running it because I thought that this guy needed setup time. But I'm starting to learn that's less of the case. Shit, I haven't placed that one very well. I don't know why I'm even taking this chase, to be honest. It's not near any generators. Oh, fuck off. I thought you were the ace. God damn it. Okay, Meg, I'll try and make sure I don't chase you again. I swore you were somebody else. Sorry, am I? I swear I heard somebody next to me just a second ago. Whatever. It's like I said, my mental is not exactly on point today. God damn it. Why? It just shot through the pod. I should have probably broken that when I was like that. My bad. Going down, and... Okay. Motherfucker! Well...
Perfect destruction.
Oh, there's somebody else there.
Surprising for an inferior life form.
Where the hell were you looking at? That one's a little bit too in the clouds. It's alright, I'm pretty sure one of them is an EMP. Throw it! Do it! Okay, well don't. That's alright! Who am I to tell you how to live your life? Okie dokie, artichoke! Thank you. I think I need to just start trusting more on my game sense of being able to find people and stop running gear and stuff. I was running out more as like a test thing to try and like coordinate it with the cameras.
To something more.
But I don't know, it's just not doing anything for me. And the fact that this guy has an EMP every 2 seconds is not filling me with joy. Sorry. Sorry. Namaste, namaste. Just sick of getting EMP'd.
This is just not possible.
Okay. You guys stayed up here. That's alright. I'm not opposed to you guys taking too long. Hello. It's me. I was about to say, I know I can coordinate these cameras. But I don't know if it's clear to see what I was explaining before, but it's just generally there is... Why is there... Oh, there is a hook over there. Sorry, me being a dum-dum. There's some weird spawns on this map, though. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I'm hoping it's kind of clear to see what I meant by the map thing, because this map is just... It gives me so much more freedom to, Oh, thanks, Gearhead. Maybe you are worth something. Could have gotten that. I don't even know why I tried that. I'd just be used to this guy having an EMP anyway. That's the problem. I reckon one of the chests must have spawned very close to the gen over there, because they just kept getting EMPs over there. Anyway. Alright. I don't know why that's the one you went for. Where are you? Am I being dumb? Are they here, like, in a really obvious spot and I just can't see them? Answer. Yes. Hello. She got a window and then a pallet. About to say, the pallet's not good enough. Oh yeah, the pallet's gone. Even better.
All things will succumb to my design.
I don't know why he stayed.
Yes, it hurts. Growth often.
Come on, give it to me, give it to me. No. Right. What? Oh, this is what I mean. The EMPs are gonna drive me fucking nuts. Oh, I found the crate. That's the crate they were using. That's why they were getting so many EMPs so quickly. They could fucking spit from the generator and hit hit it. It's alright. I've already understood the fact that you were picking up some of She had a... It does make me. I'll admit, recently I've been losing a little bit of my my pedagogy regarding Dead by Daylight. In that I've always prided myself in only running low tier add-ons, but I'm beginning to feel like, what's the fucking point? Because everyone else is running like friggin' the healing shit against me. Thanks, Pod.
Genetic matter secured.
Okay, no, they didn't bring one. Sorry, these days you've always got to look and check whether or not there was a hat drop being brought. Oh. Did that showcase him a little better? Sorry, I know that first game was a bit of a sinker on my part, but I'm hoping that made a lot more sense. Fucking anti-ham bullshit. I kept wanting to call it Siptic, but no. It was difficult to tell because she picked up an EMP, which meant that I didn't notice that she lost the medkit. Otherwise, I probably would have been a little bit more careful chasing after her, though. Alright, fair enough.